Welcome to Crafts and Stuff. Today we're going to have a slightly messy episode. We're going to do some watercoloring. This is fun. I really enjoy this. You never know what it's going to turn out like. So you need to protect your surface, hence that I have the comics. Some newspaper. You protect it with whatever you want, but we don't want to litter up, your furniture. You need foil right here. Okay? You need paper, and you need washable markers. The Sharpies will not work for this. And of course, you're going to need water. So first off, I'm going to do, this is I bought blank cards, right? We're going to watercolor the front of the card. So just take whatever colors you want and then just scribble them on the foil. Scribble that, stay there. And I'm going to scribble a little blue. Oh, the blue came out nice. I'm going to scribble a little pink in here. I think it needs a little yellow. Let's put some yellow. And then I'm going to do a little red. And I've got to make sure that the area that I've got all these scribbles on is big enough to cover the card. Almost. I got a spot right here I could make a little bit bigger. Let's put a little more yellow right here. All right. So, just colors all over, if you can even see that. It's just colors all over it. We're going to wet it. This is the easiest, a spray bottle. I like using a spray bottle. We don't want to get it soaked, you just wanted to get it wet. If you do not have a spray bottle, a cup of water works, and then your fingertips, and then just let it drip on. All right. You want to put a little bit of water on the whole thing because if the ink isn't wet, it won't transfer to the paper, but you also don't want to drown the thing. So I think I'm going to just squirt a little bit more on here just to be safe. Oh, I missed a spot right there. All right, take my piece of paper, put it right here, press all over. There we go. Pull it up and we'll see what we have. Ta-da! There's my watercolor. All right. Paper towels to clean up the mess. Get it all off of here, whatever didn't transfer. Don't worry, I'm not dropping it on the floor. That's trash here. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one because I want the envelope to match, but I don't want to do this part because when you write to whoever on there, or even an address if you're mailing it, it'll be hard to read. I'm just going to do the flap. So I'm going to take some of the colors that I have there. I don't remember which blue it was, but I think it might be this one. Yep. And I did some pink, so I'm going to put a little pink. And then let's go back and do the yellow again. I'm going to put some yellow right along here like that. Okay, this time I'm going to do this and get water everywhere. Okay, now I'm all wet. Let's put this down. Oh, I think I over-wet it because I've got water dripping everywhere. And yeah, that's a very wet card. Okay, so I over-wet that one, but that's okay. That's okay. Just take longer to dry. Clean that one off. Throw that there. So I brought a variety of different papers to see what kind of paper you can do this on and the difference between all the different papers. So the first one, excuse me. Not like I've never screwed up before. Okay, I wrote computer paper. This just came right out of my computer. Computer paper, copy machine paper, whatever it is you want to call it. I'm not going to cover the whole thing. You will be here forever, but I'm just going to put some color on here and some there. And some there. I'm doing all reds and greens. It's going to look rather Christmassy, isn't it? And I'll put some yellow on, and I'm going to spray it. All right, let's see how it transfers to computer paper. One thing is it goes right through, and because the paper is so thin, it is definitely rather wrinkly, but it transferred. All right, so we're going to clean that one off. And we're going to try, this is cardstock, so it's will probably be basically the same thing that is right there. Now I'm just scribbling colors on. Let's see what happens if I actually try to make a design. I am going to make a very simple flower. I've got a blue center. What colors came out really well? Let's go for, well, I don't want green because that's what the leaves are going to be. Let's go for purple. I'm going to make a purple. And I'm going to put some petals in here. There we go. And I'll do a green leaf right there and a green leaf right here. See, I made a flower. But I want to color the background a little bit, so I'm going to throw some pink in here. And let's see if it will transfer onto the paper and still be a flower. Okay, cardstock. Sort of, I guess, because when you get it wet, what's happening? Of course, the water is spreading around all over the place and is taking the color with it. So keep that in mind. You don't want to spend a lot of time trying to actually draw something on the foil because it is not going to transfer very well onto your piece of paper. So this one is construction paper. Okay, I'm going to do some orange, some red. That red does not come out very red. Let's go for some yellow again. A little purple. Some teal right here. I'm going to wet it. Now, if I was doing this at home, I would cover the entire thing because I would want it to be all over the entire piece of paper. But like I said, you don't need to watch me color. Okay. Construction paper is also very thin, so it's coming through to the other side. But that's all right. Then you have decorations on both sides. So there's the construction paper. They all still work. So the last one I have is watercolor paper. It's very, very thick. This side is textured. It's a bunch of little squares, little boxes. This side is smooth. So I'm going to try both sides to see if there's a difference. Oh, did I clean this off? Because I can see color all over my foil. There we go. We'll put some blue down. We'll put some red down. Why? That red just does not work so well. Why do I keep grabbing red? Put some pink. Put a different blue. And then we'll put green. Spray it a little. All right, I'm going to try the textured, the bumpy side. Now, because this is so thick, it doesn't come through to the other side. What do we have? Right? So there's my design right there. All right, and then let's try, see what happens with the other side of the paper. And so far, it really doesn't look like it makes much of a difference print-wise as to which paper you use. You still get your colors to come through. It's just that the thinner papers, you also have water, which will eventually evaporate, dry off. And the paper, because the paper is thinner, the paper is a little more warped and wrinkly. But you can always put down some, once it's dry, put some weight on it, and then maybe that will flatten out the paper a little bit, or I suppose you could iron it. I don't know. Okay, so there's some color on here. Get it a little wet. Now I'm going to try the other side. And, aha, it was very wet because I can see that's running right here. I think I like this side better. It didn't run. There's a little bit of color on here. I wonder if I can pull up that color. Oh, I don't want to touch it. It's all wet. Here. So So I added some more color to it. It was prettier before I tried to put more color on it. Now it's got too much mixing, too much bleeding. But hey, you know, we were experimenting with papers. My beautiful piece of foil, don't need it anymore. So you're thinking, okay, Rachelle, I've got all these beautiful colored pieces of paper, but what am I going to do with them? Well, okay, if it was a card, that's easy. You could always, let's try something a little thinner that I could fold. You could always make your own card. You could use it for crafting purposes if you do scrapbooking or something, or you can, once it is dry, do any of these dry? They're not quite dry yet. Once they're dry, you color on them. So I'm going to take my beautiful watercolor paper here, and the only thing in the world that I can draw, if anybody watches this show knows, I can only draw the back of bunny rabbits. So that's what I'm going to draw. The back of a bunny rabbit. Whiskers. There we go. All right, there's my beautiful work of art. Actually, it's kind of nice. I don't like the word watercolor on here. Good thing I have scissors. And I didn't cut straight, but there we go. There's my beautiful creation. I could get fancy with little doodads and squirrely butts and all that sort of stuff around here and make this rather pretty, but you know. So, but this is what I like. I like the card. And if you put this card in this envelope when everything is dry, I think that would be very nice, and people would be very happy to get such a card. And you can draw on here, write on here, or not. Leave it as is. I could write happy birthday across there. Why don't I do that? Why don't I write happy birthday? Do I have any birthdays coming up? Oh, my sister. Okay. HAPPYBIRTHDAY. And I'll add a little heart because I love my baby sister. There we go. I hope Jackie's not watching because now she knows what a birthday card is going to look like. So, thank you all for watching me while I did some watercolor, and I hope you do some too. Just remember, protect the table, and of course, when you're done, clean everything up because we always leave everything cleaner than it was when we started. So that should be in the trash. So thank you very much, and until next time, bye-bye.